So we're heading down a road, and I call this the road of the game changers. The stuff that we've seen for years, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, supercomputing, the cloud, virtual reality, augmented reality, and the Internet of Things, and all that stuff. I call this the game changers. That's happening all around us. And guess what? Now it's at the point where all of this is like warp drive into exponential. Right? It's like the stuff that we see today, like Microsoft HoloLens, going into completely virtual reality. I mean, I swear in a couple of years, I'm going to go to the Zürich airport, I'm going to go into the HoloLens and pop out in Beijing, right? Like a real person. And that's basically science fiction is becoming science fact. And it's not just the rapid advance of sciences, it's also all the collaboration that happens, the different business models that are happening. And they're driven in your sector, when we talk about marketing and products and brands and so on, primarily by those two things, right? Data. I've said many times data is the new oil, and I will make an addition to that shortly. Right? Data is the most powerful thing on the planet now. And the crisis is pushing that even further, because with data, we can predict, we can anticipate, we can interchange, we can figure out what to do ahead of time. And the second part, of course, is intelligence. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but when we talk about AI, that's actually a very bad word, because what we have today is not real intelligence, it is smartness, right? I mean, Google Maps is smart. Is it intelligent like me? No. I mean, you can ask any taxi driver in London who has allegedly the knowledge. Right? Does Google Maps have the knowledge? Well, it has a different kind of knowledge, right? So it's really interesting to see those two things together. They're going to run our world, right? And they're getting a giant boost now because people are saying, you know what? If we have better data, we have more intelligence, we have a faster cloud, we can do a lot better in emergencies. Right? Except for, of course, a data emergency where some technology issue would be like a virus in the network, right? So in many ways, you could now say, people have been joking about the oil thing, so I'm staying with the theme. Maybe data is no longer just the oil, it's also like plutonium, right? Because data can be weaponized. If you're in the marketing business, you got to think about that. I don't think we're going to go into the future where we can weaponize data as much as we have, because the weaponizing is getting really good. And you can see the whole social media crisis is exactly about this. The whole Facebook crisis, which is a crisis in my view, a global crisis of trust, it's exactly because of this plutonium issue. Right? How do we use data? And without data, we can't do anything, right? Without running afoul of the things that we really want to keep to ourselves. I mean, I like to jokingly say to my American Futurist colleagues, if we don't have anything to hide, you're probably not human.